What it is, what's up? Got your podcast in the cut. Your boy Biscuits from Heaven back with another video. And I'm gonna put some fucking person's shit in the corner of this. I was going to record my own fucking content in this damn game. And instead, I didn't. So I don't have any content to put in the corner to assuage you and entertain you while I go on this little mini rant. But I'll find some shit and hopefully throw it in the corner. I've not done Dokkan content in quite a while, a long while, and while I still play the game fervently, I'm not thoroughly interested at this point in the game to where I could probably make content that's worthwhile other than just coming and summoning. Another thing that made me actually do this video was just me wanting to talk about some shit that was fucked up from a new unit that I summoned for. Um, so a couple of new units came out, one of which being Ultimate Gohan, LR Ultimate Gohan, just LR Ultimate Gohan, nothing else to him, and LR Power Awakening Piccolo, who is also um, a new unit and one that a lot of people were having high expectations for. I would say that based on the reaction from what I've seen, LR Green Popsicle Piccolo delivered. I think we'd all agree on that one for the most part. I mean, obviously, some things that can make them better, but this guy's coming in to sell mass and just cooking cell mass in literally uh, nanoseconds. That's a good unit. The other unit did not live up to expectations. LR Ultimate Gohan is not a beast. What the fuck? What are we doing here? Why am I out of focus? LR Beast Gohan did not lead up to the expectations, not live up to expectations. Uh, is not an incredibly impressive unit. I've used him with a bunch of friends. I have to give context. I have zero Piccolos, and I have three Gohans. Now one that has two Gohans inside of him. Pause. So I got fucking shafted. I actually wanted Piccolo come to this after watching the private server showcases. I wanted Piccolo more than I want to go on, honestly. But you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit, I guess. So Gohan, I'm using him as a friend. It's not impressing me yet. And what you need to make Gohan optimal flies in the face of good team building almost. Like, it's not to say that you don't want to optimize your best unit. The problem is that your best unit is not this Gohan in any team you run if you have a pretty optimal box, which I do. My account is this account I am playing on is relatively new. I started around the sixth anniversary. Um, but I've gotten lucky to have usually at least one copy of the new units, and that's held true for the most part throughout the past year or so. I did not pull LR Final Form Cole. That's one I did go for and did not get him, unfortunately. Um, Outside of him, I think I have like pretty much most of the elite units. And it's not a humble brag or some shit like that, but the gods, um, LR Carnival Goku, Cooler, Metal Cooler, um, I'm trying to think, like just some like units of that caliber. Like a lot of the elite units that have come out, uh, both gammas, I have gotten to use myself, and using this again, friend Gohan. That's not on my Gohan myself. Is I think just become TUR. I just have not got the pictures of Dokkan too much today. I'm not going to pretend as if this unit won't get it massively better with another. I think you usually get to about 170% as a TUR nowadays. So let's say 200%, another 30%. Probably make them a lot better. But the problem is not necessarily the damage. The damage, even at this point, they usually do grind these units up while playing with them as they are SSRs and TURs. The damage isn't the problem. It is like nothing is impressive about this unit. If I don't sacrifice the construction of the team for him to assuage him or to amplify him, he doesn't get key at all. It is damn near impossible. I'm gonna leave that in. Like I said, if I don't amplify the or literally build the unit, the team around the unit, team the team doesn't suck necessarily. Like some of these constructions that I've used or seen are not awful. They're just not good. But you need a good team to beat a lot of the good units or events nowadays. You can honestly get away at one point in time. I've been playing since 2015, off and on, but at a point in time, you get away with just 2 or 3 really good units that can just fuck up an event. And theoretically, with Piccolo, you can do that with Cell Max. I've seen screenshots around the internet. You could get 3, 4 units. There's a bunch of Cybermen and fuck things up. However, not every hard event has a boost quality. I need a fucking selfie license shit. This is awful. Not every event nowadays has some kind of built-in boost that it makes it weak to some specific unit or category. I would say most don't actually. Cell Max does because of how hard it is and because it only makes relatively fun, I guess. But most events don't have that. And most of those events, if you come out here with, I'll run by team instruction by you. I know one off the top of my head because it was a meme one, but it actually did work pretty well. I ran the Gohan as my leader, the not completely awakened one. Um, I had, I believe it was STR Gamma, AGL Gamma, Physical Gamma, then Tech Gamma. And then I think I had, that's 4 plus Gohan, that's 5. And the 6th unit was God Goku. So that allowed me to, I think I tore down the team already. But that basically allowed me to have, let me pull them up. Let's see, Gamma. I think they also get some kind of support, but it may not be key support. Yeah, so superheroes category allies attack plus 30%. And the other one I think does defense, right? Let's see. Yeah, defense. And I think the Dokkan Fest ones give key, I want to say. Yeah, they both give key. So I have basically 2 key across both of the Dokkan Fest gammas. Then I have attack defense boost from the 4 gammas combined. And then I have God Goku giving Rainbow Orbs. One thing you will keep in mind is those 2 free-to-play gammas will get fucking eviscerated. They are really good for what they are, but they will get murdered in any relevant hard content. New relevant hard content. They'll get killed. The two gamma ones, you want them on there. They want to be a rotation. They need to be a rotation. They're worth, to me, for at least for my boss, they're still worth running. I can have a team when I try to go like really hardcore, like good. Let's see who I have as an option. Superhero and Hybrid Saiyans. Let's do partial match. Alright, I hate when the keyboard cuts me off. Let's see. Hybrid, 8 minutes in. Let's see. So I could run a team, theoretically, of just about anybody that you would expect to be particularly good, I guess. Just thinking through here, I could have the Gohan's lead. I could have Tech Ultimate Gohan. I could have LR Vegeta and Trunks. I think these are 2 of those things that the last 2 I just mentioned. You probably relatively want to really want to have in a lot of instances. I know that Gohan's maybe a little bit caught up, but he's still fucking Gohan. I could run the Gods, 7th anniversary unit. I could run Vegeta Blue, who's I think pretty decent, and he's still a key battery for a lot of Saiyan units, so he's good for that. And then you could run the 2 gammas. That'd be 7 units, give or take. You could just look at off the top of my head and see that I just want to run. And I ran some of those already with this unit. I don't remember any of those units working particularly well with this. Ultimate Gohan had like no links with the LR. He had like 2, like literally 2. I think he has. In checking the link partner website earlier today, I think he has 4 when he's Dokkan Awakened, or not Dokkan Awakened, but transformed. So that's, I think he's literally the most you'll get. There's him like one Goku that gets like 4 links with this Gohan, but outside of that, just nobody else has even 4 links with his unit, and there's 7 links. Keep in mind, so out of a 7 link character, only 2 units, and one is relatively even optimal, and you can't get him unless he transforms. Um, has 4 links with this guy. That's not good. And like Vegeta and Trunks, they don't work well with him from what I saw. I don't think the gods did remember correctly. It's just not. It's not like units that link well with this guy. Guys you can run with him that I have that do serve a purpose. The AGL Kid Gohan, you can use him. Obviously, God Goku works well. I know that the support, this is support Gohans that would work fairly well. But they may not be optimal units again. The old ass Super Battle Road Reward Physical LR Gohan, the kid. You can use him. I think he has 3 links with this guy. You could use the movie Heroes Gohan. It's like 8 years fucking old. He helps a lot, but again, a dude will just get fucking massacred in any hard content. He doesn't have a. If he has an easy A, would he? Did he get an easy A? This I don't think so. This is a unit from the Broly movie, so I don't think so. But I guess it's theoretically possible. They just want to go crazy with it. I'm not sure what the AGL. Let's see. The new Gohan team that Dokkan awakens into Super Saiyan Gohan. What does he do when he awakens? I don't think he'd be optimal in any hard content unless he Dokkan awaken or easy A's in this, but um, he doesn't give key or anything like that. And his link set, off the top of my head, I may see 2 links, maybe. And Brainiac's and Kamehameha, I would imagine. Outside of that, I don't know what else he has with him. I'm sure he probably has something else, at least 1/3 link, but I can't tell off the top of my head. So that's all I had to say. That basically, this is a unit that doesn't make fucking sense. I don't know what the hell they were doing in this unit. Um, it's inexcusable that the experience of using this unit is as bad as it is. I know that the shitty part of it of not having Beast Gohan is as present as the actual kind of difficulty in using the unit. I understand that those two are pretty much comparable in terms of importance to a lot of people, and it should be because no one asked for an LR Ultimate Gohan around this time. They did 3 years ago when we did the surveys and shit, but no one wanted that now. And they basically gave us that instead of a LR Beast Gohan, which everybody wanted. I figured this was going to be a problem when I watched the movie and saw him do basically 2 things in the entirety of that little movie, at least a part of the movie that he was in. It wasn't a problem for Legends. Legends made him look incredible. But this game, I don't want to be any dead horses. There's obviously been pretense of very small move sets for characters, and those move sets being expounded or even custom content has been made for characters before. For like Dokkan only content, we've had other versions of these characters have their moves mapped with the attended unit's costume basically instead. We've had all this stuff happen. I just didn't expect it would be easy for Dokkan to do this, and apparently Dokkan just took the high road or what some may consider the low road and just decided not to do anything at all and just only use the Makan Topo. And it's cool. I mean, but to me the design is much more of a problem than like not having Beast Gohan. I could personally deal with not having Beast Gohan basically as a unit because that's what this is. Basically, it's not a Beast Gohan unit. It's literally just active skill. I can understand why some people are not able or not like that. That's like the big stopping point for them. And the third part, which really fucking sucks if you're like not a whale, is that the banners are fucking terrible. I was summoning the banners last night. And I started Truth to Streaming, and those banners are fucking horrid. I mean, that shit. Not. I can't put enough underline under that. Those banners are fucking terrible. I got those banners, and I think I did 2 rotations on Gohan's banner until before I pulled him on a the free summon. I think I did 3 on Piccolo, and I may have pulled like I didn't pull that many good units whatsoever. I may have pulled a couple of I pulled some fucking units I didn't think like I could pull off this shit. Like I pulled the green chick, I forgot her name. I pulled the one of the Peppy Gals leads, like Kalani or some shit like that, Kaylani, whatever her name is. I pulled just really obnoxious fucking units you don't want to pull. Like I pulled a Goku and Gohan STR. I'm like, that's not. You have to have that unit with dupes. If you pull the last 6 months, I guarantee you have that motherfucker with at least a dupe at this point. The last 8 months, I guarantee you have him with a dupe. I don't want to pull any more of him. If I keep on pulling him, it's gonna be like fucking fodder for the damn the tech one, which I'll probably never pull. But I still have to say that like there's some real problems with the way that the highlight of the celebration went. The biggest things you need to get down pat, they fucked up, in my opinion, bigly. The big things they fucked up. They might be the small things right. This might be an enjoyable celebration. Might be some great EZAs. Might be a part two unit that's fantastic. But the part two unit is never bigger than the part one unit. Unless you're talking like the new carnival setup, that might be different. I haven't followed that. But literally, the part two LR is never bigger than a part one. I cannot think of any situation off the top of my head where that's um, Jesus Christ, that's bad. I can't think of any situation in which that has not been the fact of the matter. You just simply have got to get the part one shit right. And they did not, in my opinion. But I'm not here to be a dead horse. I took a while to look up the shit on my phone. I'll try to cut some of this out and do what I can as far as editing goes. But hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys got the units if you did want them. I still want the Piccolo. I don't think I can reasonably go any further into that banner because of how, like I said, how bad the banner is. The banner itself lends credence to the idea of not selling the banner because that's how bad it is. You really are just throwing away stones, getting especially if you get a pan, which I got a pan. I don't have a Piccolo. There is no reason for me to go back in that banner. There is nothing else on that banner that's worth a piss. It is like unattractive. It is harmful how bad that fucking banner. Let's take a look at the and this is the best of the two banners. Like this one isn't even the worst one. You have Piccolo Pan, the Gogeta, which is not an awful unit, but I don't use that Gogeta ever, and like he works in very specific instances, so I don't even use him. Goku, AGL or Goku, still a very hard hitting unit, but gets just touched up in like very hard content. AGL SS2 Kamehameha Gohan. We'll probably get easy in the part two. There's a part two. If not, I don't know when the hell we'll get easy A, but until it gets easy A, he's fucking. The aforementioned STR Goku and Gohan. The physical Super Saiyan Goku, who can put out some crazy numbers, but defensively may not be the best unit. AGL Kid Gohan, AGL Paikuhan. What's funny is the shit outside of Piccolo, the only unit I need off of this banner is the fucking Paikuhan. I need him for that active skill. I don't have that active skill. I think there's two units that have that active skill interruption. It's them, it's him, and it's the androids. I have the androids, but I don't have him. And he works a lot better for the kind of gimmicky setups that you want to do for so mess. He literally just works better with some of the characters you would run on there than the androids. I don't think the androids, off the top of my head, have virtually any value on that team with other units. Like I don't think they link up with anybody else on that team worth the shit. Um, so that's something to keep in mind there. At least Pokemon kind of links up with some of those dudes a little bit. I don't. It's not gonna. It's just not gonna focus. I don't know what the hell is happening. It just decided to stop focusing. How the fuck am I supposed to say? It just literally just said, "No, I'm done. I'm taking off for the rest of the day." Anyway, I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. I don't think it's worth it to summon on this banner unless you really have the stones to spare. It's not because of anything coming up that you need to save for. It's just literally these banners are fucking garbage, and I think the Piccolo might get you guys hype, but I really can't say the same about the Gohan. The Gohan to me is not that impressive a unit, honestly. I mean, it'll probably be some LR Part 2 that makes him worthwhile and maybe even works the Piccolo as well, but as of right now, I just don't think it's that impressive unit, to be honest with you.